And I want to commend you for that, because I think that in the reality is you guys have sacrificed a lot. You have hopefully raised a lot of money or funds to be able to come down. You've taken a week off. I'm sure you've had lots of meetings and different things. I'm sure it would be a lot more fun to go to Palm Springs or the beach or something over spring break, but you're not. You're serving God, and that's awesome. And I don't want you to hear me say that that's not very important and very valuable. What I do want you to hear me say is that in the Bible, it says that it's better to receive than to give, or better to give than to receive. Good job. It's better to give than to receive. So when we're always the ones that are giving and giving and giving and giving, we're robbing the people around us the opportunity to be the givers, because they're always the receivers. That happens a lot in third world countries especially. So I want to challenge you to be good receivers. What you receive is not going to be the same as what you give. I don't think anybody's going to give you a check for $800 while you're here. I will say that the things that I have received here in Ecuador from the people that I minister to are so much more valuable than money, and so much more valuable than my time or whatever it was that I sacrificed. So in order to be a good receiver, you're going to really need to focus on relationships over task. And what that means is that maybe you're going to have a really important task at hand. And I want you to complete that task, especially if I ask that of you. But I don't want you to be neglecting the people around you as a result. That might be your fellow team members or Ecuadorians or who knows. But to be engaging in conversation, or if you don't speak Spanish, to be friendly and to be warm and to be open to some new relationships and friendships. The next thing is to be learners. You don't know everything. I don't know everything. I don't know everything about Ecuadorian culture. I screw up all the time, and I hate that, but I do. And so I'm going to just challenge you to look at the people around you and to learn from them. And seriously, you're going to be around a ton of new believers. Oh, crud, my phone's ringing. It's really unfortunate. You're just going to have to listen to that ring for a second. Okay, all right, great. I'm so distracted. Okay. You're going to be around a lot of new believers, and I'm sure a lot of you have been a Christian for a long time. But I guarantee that you can be learning things from the new believers around you, or even the non-Christians for that matter, or the people that have been Christians way longer. Who cares? But I'm just saying that you have a lot to learn from the people around you. And so if you approach this time in Ecuador as a learner, I know that you'll walk away super benefited, first of all. But I think that the people here will just feel that respect as well, and that's really important to me. So, speaking about respect, because that's my next thing to talk about. Aw, man. Now my other phone's ringing. Okay, I'm going to stop this and answer my phone. Okay. I got the phone call. Don't worry. Everything's taken care of around here. Anyway, so next thing is respect. I have super high expectations for all of you. I just want you to know that. Like, I'm just going to throw that out right now. Is that you guys are coming from my home church. I've had the opportunity to meet with you once, I guess. Lots of emails and stuff like that. But I have super high expectations, and there's a lot of reasons for that. The ministry that I'm a part of here is super important to me. A lot of these relationships have come to fruition over a long period of time, and I don't want to screw that up. So that's just me being super honest. I have high expectations on you guys because I think that you're going to be able to pull through on that. But I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. So all that to say is that I'm holding you to a high standard, especially, like I've said multiple times already in this video. We're going to be with a lot of new believers, and they're looking to you as examples. And you know what? Maybe you aren't a good example. Maybe you aren't. And let's be honest about that. And your testimonies or different things, I want you to be honest about where you're at and not just put on a mask. But at the same time, I want you to be ultra aware while you're here of your actions and your words and your attitude and things like that. And I think that we can do that without having to put on a mask and pretend like we're somebody else, because that's definitely not what I want you to hear from me. So I just want you to know that I expect you to come prepared. I know that you haven't been able to make it to very many meetings. I know that the one was canceled today, but you still have time. And so I'm going to ask you to please come as prepared as possible, because when you don't prepare, that either puts it on me and my other full-time staff here to make up for that slack, or it causes our Ecuadorians to get the short end of the stick. And that's definitely not what I want to see. So come as prepared as possible, and that means emotionally, that you're able to maybe put some things aside. If there's some things back home, I encourage you to be praying about that and to be leaning on the people around you so that you can come here emotionally prepared, spiritually as well, to be spending that time in prayer, and in the Word as well, and just asking God what He is asking of you. And then for your ministry time here as well, I've given some pretty detailed instructions of who we're going to be ministering to and what kind of circumstances those are. And a couple of you have emailed me, and I've loved that, just asking me good questions. And I'm on email every day. So if you have any questions, please send those along. And then to be praying for fruit, so that this time that you're here in Ecuador, these 8 days that you're coming here, that they become an investment for the future, an investment for eternity. That it's not just 8 days and they were awesome and cool and then they kind of ended and then nothing ever really came of it. But that we're praying to ask God, what is the fruit that you want in my life? How do you want me to take this time in Ecuador and everything that I've seen and experienced and been a part of, and how do you want me to take that and live that out at home? And that's something I want you to be praying about from now on. But not only just for yourselves, but for every Ecuadorian that you come into contact here, or every person you come into contact here, that the things that God uses you in and the different ministry and things like that they go beyond just the 8 days that you're here, but that they plant seeds that are going to bear fruit well on in eternity. So does that make sense? I think those are some big things that you can be preparing yourself for as you come down. So I hope you took lots of notes. We will hit some of these topics again, and there's all sorts of other things that we're going to talk about every night at debrief. I want to give you a heads up that two of my friends, a guy and a girl that are basically missionaries to their own people in the jungle, they're going to be joining us the whole week, I think, or at least most of the week. So that means that the boy Mikbo is going to be staying with the guys, and the girl Norma is going to be staying with us girls. They are going to be with all North Americans. They don't speak any English, and so it's on you to be trying really hard to help them to be comfortable and to be taking care of them, and to just to be kind and considerate, and to work on your Spanish. So I just want to give you a heads up about that. They're awesome people, and they do some incredible ministry in the jungle, and I think that you're really going to be blessed by getting to know them and hearing their stories. So I think that's it. Unfortunately, Wilma's asleep, otherwise she would say goodbye. But if you guys have any questions, please email me. It's my name, dana.artinger@gmail.com. All right. See you guys soon. Bye.